Hello everyone, back another week for the Everyman Crossword from the Observer. Might have to record this in two parts, so there might be an edit at some point, but let's hope we can get it up on today, Sunday the 14th of December. Right, as ever, start with one across. American Great Andre, Super Server Incarnate, primarily. Good job, we're starting off with a nice, easy one. Andre Agassi, the crosswords favourite tennis player. Always see him in crosswords. Right, let's be ambitious and go for this long two down one. Harry nurtured a fringe that's brought out in summer. Harry nurtured a fringe that's brought out in summer. Maybe that's brought out is anagramming. Nurtured a fringe? Is that enough letters? Harry? Because Harry means to hurry, does it not, as well? Or like force someone into hurrying. Brought out in summer. Yeah. Bit ambitious to try and get that one at this moment in time, even if it is just a simple anagram. We'll try and get some crosses first. Let's go three down. Some characters from Lewisham, Blearily, Totter, sorry. Some characters, that's a hidden clue, from Lewisham, which would be Shamble. You shamble, you totter. Four down. Every man's description of restaurant trip, given starter of daikons, kicked off. Is this another starter of daikons, which would be D? Kicked off? Are we removing something? Is that anagramming something? Every man's description. That could be my or me or I'm. Description of restaurant trip. Kicked off, I'm thinking like initiated or... I mean, starter of daikons would be D, which would go near the end. Should make sense if it's past tense. Synonym for kicked off. Should we put initiated in? Let's just see if that makes any sense. Description. Is that a homophone indicator? Ate? Like if you eat at a restaurant? In it I ate. I guess a description of a restaurant trip, you'd say in a, well, very broken English, I guess, you'd say, in it I ate. And then I ate in a restaurant, and then you get the starter of daikons, the D, put at the end. Clever one. 11 across. Louvre, bit ugly, with too much development. Louvre bit, that's 9 letters, is it? Yeah. Yes, Louvre bit is 9 letters. We're anagramming that, make it ugly. And that's going to give us a word for too much development. So that would be overbuilt, wouldn't it? Yeah, cool. Nice, easy one. 9 down. Game in which you need a horse or a car. Polo? Game in which you need a horse? And a Polo, Volkswagen Polo is a car. So, assume that's what it is. 13 across. Eccentric, very loudly, getting into flipping Korean exercise. So very loudly. I mean, it's going to be over something, I'm guessing. Are we... We're not anagramming Korean, are we? Loudly, is that F? Loud in... Is it like forte? And quiet is like P. Eccentric, very loudly getting into flipping Korean exercise. What's a... like taekwondo or something like that. Or exercise. Could that be the definition? Very very loudly. Eccentric could be odd. Very like V. My mind is like going in so many different ways with this one. It's probably very simple, but I'm overcomplicating it. Not sure. We'll come back to that one. 15 across. Sour, nasty, heartless, dead, cruel. It's cruel anagram indicator, so anagramming dead. Nasty being heartless, as in taking the heart, the middle out of those letters, you get NY. Plus that with an anagram D. Do we get a word for cruel? Sorry, sour. That's 6 letters though, isn't it? Or are we anagramming sour? Nasty could be an anagram indicator. And then have heartless dead. No, but that would be DD, wouldn't it? Let's try 15 down. Get the starting letter for 15 across at least. Burn arch in ruins. Char. So in ruins, it's the anagram indicator. If we anagram arch, we can get char. It's another word for burn. Let's go back to 15 across. Trying to think of anagrams for... not anagrams, synonyms for sour or cruel. I'm still not seeing that one. Let's go 20 across. Take care of gold-plated cube. Gold is AU, isn't it? AG is silver. Gold-plated cube. Could it be a cube's number? Like, no. Take care of. Like mind or C2 or something. Gold-plated. Could this be? Because the gold is definitely something. But where would the U come? Not seeing that one just yet. Let's go 16 down. Splash of colour desired in holy sight. Da, 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 da. Could it be... Could it be a novel word for a splash of colour, or just a splash, or the certain letters of colour? Desired. I think we're going to take a novel word for desired. Either put it at the end or put it inside of a holy site, like... Where are we going to get a holy site? I'm not sure on that one just yet. 23 across. Duck leaving Rome. Yes, swimming in river. Duck leaving Rome. Yes. Swimming in river. Is it going to be the name of a river? Not seeing that one just yet. 21 down. Holy man with beam. Get lost. Like stray. A holy man would be a saint. Saint can be abbreviated as ST. And a beam, like a beam of sunshine or a ray of sunshine. Be ray, put that after it, and we get stray. Let's go back to 23 across. It's not a hidden clue, is it? No. Because that would be like gromy. Unless that's a type of duck. Or a river. I have no idea. Let's go 22 across. Our dad and uncle misbehaving in the doghouse. So I'm assuming we're anagramming the letters of misbehaving in our dad. That's 6. Plus uncle. That's another 5. So yeah, that would be 11. And then we're going to get something that means in the doghouse, as if, or as in like you're in trouble. Guessing that middle letter is going to be A. Got the R there. You see, this is where the anagram helper on The Guardian would be so useful. And I don't see that as cheating. It's the equivalent of like writing them down on a piece of paper, which I'd usually do, except I don't have any to hand right now. I don't want to even make even more cuts to get up and get one. If we continue struggling, I may have to do that, but we'll come back. 24 across. Looked unpleasantly flushed following return of slippery character. Slippery character is usually an eel. If returning that, we'd get Lee. And if you're flushed, you're red, and that follows the return, as in the reversal of the eel, the slippery character. And if you're looking pleasantly at someone, you leer at them. Okay, 14 down. Belligerent, the writers sent up European state cops. Is it something like the federales or the gendarmes? I don't think the definition's going to be state cops. The writer, would that be me? Sent up European. Could it be EME? belligerent. Could be state cops or something. We'll come back. 18 down. Nick covered in rodents. This might make you sick. Nick covered in rodents, like mice. Nick? Who's Nick? Santa? Good. Is it a type of like not medicine, like poison? I'm thinking maybe mice. Nick could be to actually like take something, like to nab it, to steal it. Covered in rodents. What might make you sick? Could it be like a type of chemical or something like that, or let's come back to that one as well. Did we look at 21 across? No, we didn't. Line comes to represent Mark. Is to represent an anagram indicator, because line comes is 9 letters. Mark as in like a sap or something like that, or mark as in you're actually marking something. Mark could be a currency. Or it could be a lion, like a cub, Simba. Another word for comes. Not semicolon? Is there a punctuation mark? Semicolon, that works. Okay, semicolon. Here we go. Okay, that still doesn't help me. Never mind, 19 down. Square getting verbal refusal in Rhineland. It would be 9, which is a square number. And 9, it's spelled N-E-I-N, isn't it, in German? I'm guessing Rhineland is in Germany, and a refusal in Rhineland would be 9, which, getting verbal, there's the homophone indicator to get 9, which is a square number. Right, 17 across. Satirise nitwit, hiding electrical unit. Electrical unit, is that an ohm? Satirise nitwit. Or it's nitwit hiding, or maybe it could, the definition could be electrical unit, or just unit. Electrical could be hiding just like E or something. Lampoon, that would be to satirise, wouldn't it? Let's put that in. An amp is an electrical unit, and a loon or a nitwit is hiding said electrical unit to get lampoon, which means to satirise. Okay, I might have to make the cut here, but I really just want to look at this again. The writers, that'd be me sent up. European state cops. Belligerent. Um, no, not seeing that at the moment. Right, I'm going to make a cut here as I have to go. I'll be back later to finish the rest. Okay, I'm back. We finished on 14 down, but we weren't sure what that was, so I think we're going around the board here. Let's go to 7 down. It's generally understood what's possessed by wombles. Gosh, remember the wombles. Gosh, not sure what that is. We've got some letters from wombles. Would it be like common knowledge? It's generally understood. Common knowledge. What's possessed by wombles? Has this got anything to do with Wombles, the TV show, or is it? Because gosh, I can't even remember the last time I watched the Wombles, so I'm not sure what any of the plot or themes of that show is. So, but it must be common knowledge. 12 across. Banned with grim smell. Is it going to be banned or is it going to be smell? Banned with grim smell. Like an odour, or could be a band as in like a musical band, or a band as in a ring, or band like a gang, band together. Not sure. 10 down. I ask you for victim, did you say? I ask you for victim, did you say? So it's going to be a homophone of victim. Well, a synonym of victim, and it's going to be a homophone of that. Not sure. 14 across. Recast. Peaky Blinders actors ultimately getting access to multiple places. So recast. So we've got the K there, so maybe we're anagramming. Peaky, I think it's going to be something to do with a key because it's getting access to them. Blinders actors, so it's ultimately the last letters of blinders and actors, and then we're anagramming those with P key because they've been recast, getting a pass key, which means getting access to multiple places. Can we do this now? Writer. Oh yes, it was writers up like me. Is this going to be like Interpol or something like that, or the writers like my poly. Oh, sent up. Polymetal, polymethyl. I'm gonna have to come back to that. Right. 6 down. Rowdy, summary of journey starting in S, America, ending in N, America. Summary of journey. So Rowdy suggests to me like an anagram. Starting in S, America, ending in North America. Summary of journey. Not sure about that one. Let's go 5 across. Outspoken usher. It looks like it seems to be a double definition. It's not coming to me. 5 down. What to do? What to do to a whole reportedly number? Digit? Digit? Count? To a whole. Numbers in a song. No, not seeing. Let's go back to 10 down. I ask you, for victim would be prey. I ask you, I guess would be pray, spelled with P-R-A-Y. Let's go back here. Maybe Grimm's anagram. Are we anagramming another word for smell? Like odor with a U. Not like odor with just O-D-O-R as we always see in Americanized crosswords, which does my head in. Is that what it is? Band. So are we talking about a band like a ring, like O with Grim? Yes, Grim is dour, so yeah, I was right, it is odor. We'll go 8 across, because I don't think we've done that one. Location of jail on Rolling Heath, as can be seen in library. In Rolling Heath. Is rolling an anagram indicator? In library? Is it something room? Also if you put an O there, does this give us anything? I'm not seeing that either. Oh. Might have to come back round the board and start again. If we get this one, that would open up a lot. Is nurtured a fringe? How many letters is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which would be 15 letters. Maybe Harry is the anagram indicator. But it's looking like nurtured a fringe. So what is brought out in the summer? Let me give it some thought. Nope, still not seeing it. Let's go back to 23. Duck leaving Rome, yes. Swimming in river. Maybe swimming is an anagram indicator. Rome, yes. Duck, is that the O? Because then we get the Mersey, don't we? So yeah, swimming is the anagram indicator. Anagramming Roman yes, leaving the duck out, which is the O, and we get the River Mersey. Okay, that's something. Doesn't help there, I don't think, though. 16 across. Splash of colour. Sorry, down. Splash of colour desired in holy sight. Like a hint, a tinge. Shinto. Desired. Like wanted. It's a holy site. Oh, I don't know. Let's go back to 15 across. Sour, nasty, heartless, dead, cruel. Um, hmm. Sour like tart, or are we? Yeah, are we anagramming sour? Um, I'm just trying to think of synonyms for sour or cruel, and I'm not coming up with anything. Like sour, acrid, or um, no, not coming up with it. 20 across. Take care of gold-plated cube. Unless I'm wrong and gold is AG. And I'll always mix up silver and gold. AU and AG. Um, no, not seeing that either. 13 across. Just trying to think what's a Korean exercise. Not Tai Bo or something, is it? Very loudly getting into flip. Is Tai Bo Korean? And very loudly. So I was right. Loudly is F. And I guess if you have something that's very loud, you'll have two Fs, double the loudness. And yeah, it is Tybo. And to be offbeat means eccentric. So we have to be able to get something here now, surely. Brought out in the summer. I keep thinking of like ginger ale. We only got one G. Furniture? Garden furniture. Of course. Furniture. Garden furniture. Finally, hopefully that'll help. Here. Apparently not. What's the cube? Because we already had like a... Was it a cube here? Where is it? Where was the 9? That was a square. Um... Hmm. can't think of adieu, which would be another word for saying goodbye, take care. Oh, the cube is a die, yes, and gold plated. Because I was thinking, what on earth ends in U? It starts with A, and of course, yeah, saw that one far too late. Never mind. Hmm. Is this a word that I don't know? Um. Thinking of cartoid, but that's an archery. Come back to that once again. Colour desired in holy sight. Like a church, or an altar, or an apse. Let's try and get this 22 across. Oh yeah, here's another anagram that should be a bit easier now. Dad and uncle anagramming. And what letters have we got left? Got the C, the L. Under a cloud? Is that right? Is that another word, way of saying put in the doghouse? Um, I guess so. I guess if you're under a cloud of like suspicion, I guess you could say that you're in the doghouse, like you've done something wrong and you're on a tight leash for it. But I don't know. Those are the those are the letters though, under a cloud, which is a saying that I've heard of, but didn't know it was quite the same as in the doghouse. Okay. Trying to work this out. The writers. That's my sent up. European. Could that just be? Does this mean belligerent? Like poly. Um. Oh, it is me. Yes, because it is belligerent, which is. Is it? I've heard of polemic. Didn't know polemical was. I mean, I guess they just mean the same thing. Okay. I mean, it works because we've got the writer sent up. Writer usually referring to oneself, me. That's sent up. European. Where's a European? Ah, state cops. Is that like the LAPD or something? European could be LA. I'm not sure what that is, but polemic, from what I can remember, polemic does mean like something like abrasive, or I'm wondering if that's right. Because what else would it be? Because I've heard of polemic. I don't know if I've heard of polemical. That sounds like it's basically the same word. But you do get some of those words where it does end in like IC, but they can just add on like AL as well, and it means it's effectively the same thing. But I don't know what else it could be. Let me try and pass this. It's got like, no, not seeing it, but I don't know. I can't think of any other word that would go there. Let's go to 18. Nick covered in rodents. So we've got the mice. At least that's what I'm sure it is. This might make you sick. It would be a microbe. So we've got Nick as in to rob somebody, and that's covered in mice, rodents. Go back here. Splash of colour. Desired in holy sight. Splash of colour would be a hue. But then, what would the word be? Is this religious religious area like Jerusalem or something like that? Um, uh, or I did say splash could be like some of. Oh, it's a hidden clue again. Oh, okay. Right. Just moving on. I'm not going to say anything more than that. What is this? Is it a hidden again? Dead crawl. It's got a lot of letters for curdled. Because if something curdles, goes sour. So we're anagram. So we're having a heartless, dead. So the two D's, yeah. And we're having cruel, and we're anagramming that. We're making that nasty. Okay. So nasty is literally anagramming everything, well, apart from the E and the A there. Okay, curdled. Right, what's this? On rolling heath, as can be seen in library. What can be seen in a library? Location of a jail. On rolling. Rolling anagram indicator. As can be seen in library. Would that just be a reading room? Uh, I don't know. I mean, reading room would be seen in a library, but why is that? Oh, is jail place in Reading? See, I thought that was more like a Celtic um, pronunciation of like jail. And heath is a moor, and that's rolling, which I guess is a reversal indicator. Okay, well, I'll have to read up on. Well, I think I've only been to Reading like twice. I was actually planning a visit there soon enough, but maybe I'll go to. Is it pronounced jail or is it different? I don't know. Okay, is this is this digit? I mean, what else would it be? I mean, to a whole reportedly number, so it is a homophone, maybe. I mean, you could dig it, but why would you do that to a whole number? I don't know, but we'll go with digit for now. Outspoken, depict, detach. Um, what on earth is 6 down gonna be? Let's try and get this one first. Ah, got it eventually. Um, if you're outspoken, you are direct, you are to the point, and to usher someone would be to direct them in a certain direction, up an aisle. Um, yeah, that took me far too long. I was going through all the different words that could fit in 6 letters with a D and a C. Okay, last one. Summary of journey starting in S, America, ending in America. Would it be riotous? Um, Summary of a journey, maybe a tour. Riotous would be rowdy. Let's try and pass this. If it is riotous. Well, US is North America. Starting in South America, Rio, capital of Brazil. Well, it's not the capital, that's Brasilia, isn't it? Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Rio to US. So I guess it's the summary of a journey. If you go from Rio to US, you say, where did you go? I went from Rio to the US. Um, and yeah, so that's rowdy, riotous. We had another one of those where it was like initiated. Those are all right. Yeah, I think that's all good. The only one is polemical that I just can't seem to pass. But I unless it's a word I've never heard of, like poly something that means belligerent. I can't think of it. Probably gonna have to look up in the dictionary to see exactly what the definition of polemic is. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining me once again. I'll be back next week and enjoy. Thank you.